But we bought it because we plan to go tripping.
So today I'm sitting on a beautiful box that holds something very special that I have wanted for such a long time. I'm so excited that we finally have this. Came in the mail today. We're just gonna do a little unboxing video and we'll let you know what we think. Moment of truth. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So this is the 75-liter dual zone that Kickout sells. Hey, look, it comes with a bag.
Yep.
Free of charge, might I add, which is awesome. I think every other fridge, you have to pay for the protective bag cords. Awesome. So this is the freezer side, and it has these like stackable baskets. We can have it be like freezer, fridge, freezer, fridge, 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 freezer, freezer. The options are, they're there.
All right, since I'm the techie guy, I'm coming in as a techie guy. The beautiful wife is behind the camera. So, as you say, we got the baskets, dual zone, meaning dual zone. They both can flop between both freezer, both fridge, or vice versa. The one thing that we chose, this one, as opposed to the IceCo, which you can actually order through Lowe's, or of course Dometic, and of course ARB fridge. Those are all $1,200 to $1,500 for the same concept. This one is like a few inches, slightly smaller. I forget which direction, but there's actually more insulation compared to all the 75-liter dual zone fridge. The other thing is that they're claiming, which I don't know for sure, I haven't really checked thoroughly, but their baskets are much thicker. So there's pros and cons to that. The pro is, obviously, this doesn't flex. And I've seen refrigerator wire baskets that you just barely go like that and they squeeze in. As a welder fabricator, always build more industrial strength. The slight negative thing with that is that you're technically losing a little bit of room. But what are we talking about? Maybe a 1/16 on both sides, so 1/8 of an inch, not much. The other thing that this does that we didn't see in the other ones is that all of this swaps. So we have your shallow baskets, we have your deep baskets, which also one deep basket can go in there. You can put a shallow basket in there. So they all flip-flop to what you need and want. So that was another great thing. The newer Dometic, NRB, and IceCo ones, they may have the light, but from what I saw, there's no inside light. That's a huge thing when you're camping at night. Even though most people do have ambient lights or a headlamp, stuff like that, that's great. But why not already integrate the light in there? Super awesome. The insulation seems to be far superior, so we'll figure that out. The handles, which now Dometic does the aluminum handles. I guess their previous models had plastic handles. People were breaking them off. This automatically comes with steel handles. And I'm pretty sure that's stainless steel, not mild steel, polished. The other thing that I liked is the displays right here on front. It's not on the side. A lot of the fridges that we saw, everything was on the side. And usually, if you're opening it up here, you want to see what you're doing. This also does come with the Bluetooth connectivity to your phone, which I think there's a lot of fridges that actually have that now also, so here nor there. I liked this readout better, this display. It seemed a little cleaner to me compared to some of the other fridges. The other thing that I liked, which we'll see, is it comes with the Anderson plug. So the Anderson plug is I believe it's a 50 amp, I didn't say on there. It's either a 50 or 60 amp plug that can plug directly into your battery or however you choose to hook it up. The other cool thing that I really liked, or that we really liked about this, which we'll show you in a second because I believe it takes, I could probably do it by myself, but is this fully insulated bag that comes with it. It's, it's insulated enough so you get the insulation that you need, protection from the heat, protection from the cold. You know, sometimes if you're out in really, really cold weather, you don't want this thing to work to get too cold. And then, you know, especially for the heat and for it to run more efficiently. So the other brands that we saw, it didn't come with a bag. You had to pay for a bag. It was 120 to 175 bucks for a bag. The bag could be better. Don't know. This has magnets on the side. I can feel them in there. So it automatically magnetizes itself to here, which helps it stick. So I'm going to attempt to stick this in here by myself. Babe, I might need you. All right, well, I wasn't cool enough to put it in on my own, so. There's Velcro on the back of this top lid, and this is cool. They split it in half. No, it's not damaged. That's so obviously you can open.
Articulate both the fridge and the freezer.
Yep. We're just gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. And what I'm actually gonna do is put a timer on it just to see how long, not like I'm worried about it, but just to see how long it takes to actually get cold. And then maybe we can play with the temperatures and go from there. So we're just going to run through the manual. We're learning as we go. I've watched a couple reviews on this, but just we're going to follow the manual and get through some of the settings. So power on, push and hold for 3 seconds. We're on. So we're on Celsius right now. We'll change that to Fahrenheit in the States in a second. So right now we're going to do the power setting. So it's push and hold the battery. And right now we're on medium. I want to keep it on medium for this test right now. And it's a wait and it'll go back. So that means it's saved. The next set in the manual is check for Bluetooth, but we're going to skip past that for right now. Set the fridge cooling speed. So we want normal. So it's quick, and then you can shuffle through it. So we want normal, and you wait, and it's saved. So the temperature zone, I guess we will switch to the Fahrenheit, because I used to know Celsius, but now I don't. So now it's push and hold both up and down arrows. So now we're at Fahrenheit, and it's just a wait, and it should save. So right now I just clicked on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's super quiet. That's really, really quiet. I don't know how quiet or loud the other fridges are. I don't remember the decibel levels, but I know that, you know, all the fridges are pretty low, but I've also heard from other YouTubers that some of their fridges are pretty dang loud, like they can hear them in their car while they're running. So, don't know which ones those were, and I'm not going to name any names. So, what's a good freeze? 27? And now that we're set, we're going to start the timer and see how cold it gets, or when it gets to temperature, or how fast it gets to temperature. So while we're waiting for the fridge to get to temp, I'm going to go and open this up and check our lights out. I think that's ample light. So it's already getting pretty cold. I'm going to get my temp gun and see how cold it is. So outside is 77 degrees on the outside shell, 76, 77. The floor of it is 59 degrees. And dropping, 59.4, 58.1, 57.9, 57.7. That's how fast it's dropping. This is the refrigerator side. Freezer side on the bottom is dropping significantly, 57.6. So we're at 57. The sidewall's already at 51. So that's dropping significantly. So right now, we're almost 5.5 minutes. It actually says Left bin is at 55, right bin is also at 55. So we're almost at temp. I'm gonna double check that. So my gun says 56.7. Over here it's already at 51 and 45 on that back wall. Interesting. So the readout's probably up here, I'm guessing, which that's what it looks like, is that's where the, and I keep opening this so we're losing the cool air, but that's probably where the reading's taken from. All right, so the next cool thing that this fridge has, just like a lot of the other freezer dual zone, is the Bluetooth, which we're not gonna go over. So when you get it, you can check it out. I don't feel like downloading right now and doing all that kind of stuff, but it's got awesome directions, troubleshooting with the app, and all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to control everything on your phone, wherever. And if I remember correctly, on one of the reviews, the only con, which take it with a grain of salt, is that obviously if you're out in the woods, the app needs internet in order to run. So I don't know if that's true or not. I can either check the manual or we can play with it and then give you guys an update. But that's the only disconcerting thing. But I don't think we're really going to be using the app since this is so accessible. And if you set your fridge, how you set your fridge at a power in accordance, I don't really need the app. So it's a cool feature. Maybe we'll use it, but right now my wife and I think that we probably won't use it.
Okay guys, so that's about it. Stay tuned later on down the road for an actual full working review of how this awesome kick-ass fridge freezer works on the trail. And I think that's pretty much all we had to share, right?
Yeah, for sure. We technically bought this not in a rush.
Okay.
You've been wanting your fridge for a while, but we bought it because we plan to go blooper. We planned to go on a little road trip, and we didn't want to bring a bunch of ice chests, so we just bought this. But we're gonna stay home and work on the rig and figure it out from there. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hope this gave a quick introduction, and like she said, stay tuned for a full review. We're gonna put this thing through its paces. We should probably do like a light review, take it for a 1-day tour review, and then maybe
like a week-long trip,
like a 6-month later on review or something of a lot of use with it. So thanks for your support, you guys. Like and share. See you on the flip.
Bye. Oh, that's so funny that they put a blue light in there, because blue light, technically, like I've heard scientifically, it makes you less hungry. It's like a diet light.